I'm Dr. Martin Robards. I'm Director of the Arctic Beringia Program for Wildlife Conservation Society. I've been up in Alaska for 25 years since the Exxon Valdez oil spill and been involved in conservation and ecology the whole time. I think a real important moment for me was on the side of the Sheenjack in the Arctic Refuge recently with George Schaller and Roger Kay, where we were looking out and George Schaller was reminiscing on how the place had changed so little in the last 50 years. And I think that's the piece that I take away in doing something that keeps it intact for the next 50 years, both the Arctic Refuge and the special areas in the National Petroleum Reserve. Although things are a little different now in the way we do conservation, and on the North Slope of Alaska we really need Alaska Native involvement and partnership in the projects to accomplish a conservation outcome. And so we work very closely with them. I'm lucky to have some great staff with a lot of history where they've built up the necessary relationships to work closely with North Slope Borough, Northwest Arctic Borough and Cowarik towards conservation, a shared goal as they are looking to balance economic development and traditional subsistence lifestyles. We're focused on Wolverine and eider as two species that are incredibly important for subsistence, and so we have a shared bond over the fate of those species. For Wolverine, we finished our aerial surveys over the last 2 years, so we know where they're living in the NPR-A, and now focusing our attentions by live trapping them and looking at movements within the Colville River drainage, Udacock River uplands, and then towards Teshekpuk Lake. And then for eiders, we're starting to look at how they're using the barrier islands in Peard Bay and Kasigluk Lagoon special areas with a particular view to looking at spill response, and with limited resources how we can respond effectively to the most important areas. And this brings us now working closely with the native communities, with agencies such as BLM and National Park Service, and then with response organizations like Alaska Department of Environmental Conservation. I think this multidisciplinary and multi-group endeavors really have the future of conservation at their hearts. Thank you.